What's going on, everybody? This video today is going to be way different than the ones that I've made in the past. This is actually a breakdown about how Dan Dasilva sells you into his Dropshipping Academy. Pretty interesting for some of you guys who don't sell high-ticket products. I actually genuinely believe this guy when he says that, yeah, I was a dropshipper. I think he's genuine. He's a very good salesperson. This is somebody that, if you're looking to get into high-ticket sales, you can kind of emulate, you can kind of mix and match what he does, and definitely put in some stuff that what he does into what you're trying to sell. So before we get going, there are 10 things that all high-ticket sales offers must have, or, sales offers in general. I mean, not so much for like a low-ticket product, but more so for the high-ticket stuff or the information products, that kind of stuff that you're selling. First thing you're going to have is a good headline. Second thing you're going to have is an opening. You're going to have credentials. You're going to show an offer. You're going to show bullets. You're going to show testimonials, a value justification. You're going to show a risk reversal and a call to action, and finally urgency. So you have 10 things right there. So I know that's a lot. Bear with me. 10 things. You can actually do it pretty easily. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So this is, his headline. I think this is probably not his landing page, so I'm assuming he probably had a way better headline somewhere else. I think this is his VSL page, video sales letter. So when I'm looking at this right now, I see obviously he's got the car, and then he shows some of his content. I think that's pretty smart, showing kind of the lifestyle that you want to live, showing the lifestyle that, hey, this is what happens when you do it. I actually believe this guy when he says that he was a drop shipper. I think he's a damn good salesman. He does a really good job, and I have a lot of respect for Dan. I don't know him personally. I've never met Dan, but I actually think he's genuine. It seems like he actually wants to help people out. He only does this once a year, so he says. And, I think that there is a ton of value in that, and I think that is really cool that he does that, and he really mentors these guys rather than just, throw them in the Facebook group and say, hey, go, meet some people. I really respect the way that he does it. So his headline here, claim access to Dropshipping Academy now. I don't think, again, he probably had something else somewhere else. I like to do it with a question, like, who else wants to do this? Or what else can you do to do this? Something like that. You ask a question, you incite some curiosity in who you're targeting, who you're looking to sell to, basically. So that would be the headline. I don't love this headline. Next, I like to get into more of an opening. I think this is okay. You can effortlessly create your very own e-commerce store without a massive budget, no technical experience, and without ever needing to handle customer support. I'm not 100% sure how Shopify works. I believe Dan, though. I think he's not BSing you. This is actually a page that I took and I put it over in Chrome. This is not accurate. It was actually when I first clicked the email this morning. It was 3 hours. I just wanted to give you guys hey, I want you guys to see how he actually sells people. Right here you can see he incites urgency, doors closing in a few days, extremely limited to join us. There have been a lot of people who do that. Kevin David was one of the guys who was like, oh yeah, it's going to be closing up soon. I give the right to whenever I want closed doors. Obviously he never did that, and he actually started a Shopify course, so some of these guys are genuine, some aren't. I would like to believe Dan. I think he's being honest, so I'm just gonna say that's right on. $12.97. There's nothing to really break down here. Everybody's payment's 100% secure. You have testimonials here, so he kind of already assumes based on this page alone. Yeah, he kind of already assumes that, hey, you know who Dan Dasilva is. I'm sure he breaks it down in the video. I haven't watched the whole thing. Kind of shows you what you're going to get. It's just more sales. It's a sales letter. That's all it is. Then you have testimonials here. Like I said, video testimonials to me are probably the best. But, if you can't get a video testimonial, this is probably just as good. Obviously, he has a ton of people here who are like, man, Dan, you really helped me out, Obviously, that is a huge, not only just for a testimonial, but we all know this as social proof. The more social proof you have, the more kind of people you have backing you, where it's like, oh man, this guy really is legit. This month, 70K, that sounds really sexy. 100K for a month, that sounds really sexy. Again, these guys aren't actually making this. This is just gross revenue. We're going to keep going. Dropshipping Academy is the first of its kind. Again, pretty salesy. With over 50 hours of pure value-backed training. I don't know what's in the course, so I can't speak to that. 2017 alone, Ecom Dude's company has helped students generate over 15 million. This is his credentials, obviously. You can see he kind of, he builds on his credentials here with the testimonials. So he has some credentials. This, he basically banks on you already knowing who he is. He was one of the guys who also sold Tanner J. Fox's course. So with Tanner, he was actually the marketing behind the course, I'm assuming. He did a really good job marketing that, and I think, he made Tanner way more money than he would have. Tanner really has no sales funnels. He doesn't really have anything except a YouTube channel. Dan goes a step beyond, and he makes this, which are his funnels. He does this through ClickFunnels. I know he does. Dropshipping Academy, a little visual here. I'm not exactly sure. I'm assuming, I don't really know what that is. Maybe that's, I have no idea what that is. I'm assuming this is, the person who buys and then they give you money. Drop shipping, you don't really ever see the product. That's kind of what's cool about that. It's completely different from what you've seen available currently. They leave out important aspects. So, he's kind of justifying the value here where, look, you're not going to get this anywhere else. So far, his headline on this page kind of sucked, but I think that he probably had better headlines in previous pages. He didn't really have much of an opening. I think the video sales letter probably dives into a little bit of that, so we'll let him off the hook there. He did show some credentials. Obviously, he said, hey, Ecom Dudes is responsible. Dropshipping Academy did this. The next thing, he had his offer. You could see his offer. It's not exactly in order. That's okay. It doesn't really have to be like perfectly in order to be, right on. I haven't seen any bullets. We're going to keep scrolling. You could call these bullets, I guess. Here we go. So I would classify these as bullets where this is what you're getting. This is what you're going to have. So he does have bullets. Do I think these are good? Heart of the operation. I think that's kind of cool. Done for your products. There's an error in there. You like to clean that up. 6-figure product vault. I guess he's actually, not only will you learn how to find highly profitable, so you're actually going to, he's going to give you a product, I guess, which is kind of cool. That is probably way different than most people. If you were selling an FBA course and you could promise a product right when you walked in the door, I think that would be a pretty big sales point. The profit machine, the millionaire society, private 5-figure coaching, need hand-holding training, Dan Dasilva and DSA coaches, so he might be doing this with somebody else. Okay. By the way, guys, this is not like me, I've already have my notes ready, I'm ready to go over. I'm actually just going through this and how I see it as one high-ticket seller to another. Dan's product is $1,200. I price my products in the $1,000 to $1,500 range. In some cases, I have a $500 product. My first high-ticket offer was a $500 product. I'm actually starting to get into more like $1,000, $1,500 products. Anyway, Profit Funnel Accelerator. Enjoy a 60-day trial exclusive funnel creation software. You cannot find this anywhere else. That's probably just ClickFunnels. Mailer Profit Software. If this is not ClickFunnels, Dan, if you see this, please tell me what it is. I don't know. I have no idea what you're talking about. Mailer Profit Software. Enjoy a private software that generates sales from people who leave your website. Again, there's a ton of that stuff out there, but if it comes with the class, that's pretty cool. Private live intensive workshop. I love that. I hate high ticket offers that are just like, okay, you bought it, now here are my pre-recorded videos, go ahead, get to it. I think that's so bad. That just doesn't make you look good. I really like the live aspect of it. I mean, it shows them that, look, I'm actually going to be giving you time. I'm going to be giving you my time to like show you, hey, this is how it works. The way I have done my high ticket offers the last 2 months, I've done it live. I do it through Facebook Live, and I do it through Webinar Jam. You can, there's a bunch of different tools that you can use, but either one of those should be a-okay. I'm not sure how Dan does it. I've never been in one of his courses. Here is the risk reversal. So again, that's another one of the steps. So right now we've covered headline, wasn't very good. The opening, which was his VSL. His VSLs are generally pretty good. That one looked like it was very professionally done. Good job. His credentials are there. He showed e-com dudes. The bullets are, you can see, again, these are right here. He has his testimonials, his value justification, like, look, this is what you're getting. You're getting a bunch of stuff here. 7-figure plan, another testimonial. So this is some of the value justification. Generally, I like to dive into this a little bit more because people like to see, like, man, this is, wow, this is really going above and beyond. But his script here is very good. I really like his script here. He emphasizes some of the words that, he really wants you to think like, God, I've never done that. I've never started this before. Other successful teachers out there have learned and gone through our courses, and that's where they found their success. So he says other teachers have gone through DSA. Don't know if that's true or not, but if that is true, good for him. Mario Menduni was working in a manager in a bar. He's generated over 1.5 million sales, quit his job, and now travels the world. He sent a message, okay, good for him. Another student of mine, Sean, yeah, good for him. Obviously, he really packs you with the testimonials. The testimonials are important, but you can never go short on testimonials. People love to see social proof. If you guys have noticed, there's actually one of the businesses called Proof. I think it's a little octopus where you sign up for their service is, and then every time somebody gets something like a free course, they sign up for your ebook, they sign up for your product, it's going to pop up in the corner of the page that said, hey, somebody from X place in the world just picked up our product. I think Kevin David uses it. The last time I checked, he did. Here is your risk reversal. Like I mentioned, I am extending a limited time personal guarantee to ensure your success. Our buyback program where we purchase your business from you if you don't make a single dollar. So that's legit. I mean, that is about as good as you're going to get. Like, he literally says, if you don't make a single dollar, they're going to buy back your business. Of course, you probably will make $1. I mean, I don't think there's any way you're not going to make like a single dollar. Like, and he says make. Like, you make a single dollar. So if you get a sale, I'm not sure if that would, say, oh, you can't do that. But if you never try it, so like if you never do this, it's basically insurance. Like, you're thinking about getting into drop shipping, you never do shit, he'll give you your money back. I think that's kind of cool. However, if you are buying a $1,200 product, you're probably going to take it pretty seriously. Those who pay attention. That's true. That's why a lot of the guys who sell like $1 courses or free courses, they really undersell themselves, because when you only spend $1, you spend $5 on something, you're really not going to value it that much. You spend, $1,200 on the course, you're going to value it. So, within the first 31 days, it's crucial that you dive in to get started. Good for him. I love this. I think it's a great risk reversal he does. You're invited to our live $100,000 shortcut event with your enrollment to Dropshipping Academy. Again, he's just adding the value. Like, this is just more value justification here. You're invited to our live shortcut event. If he's actually hosting an event, live streamed. Okay, I was going to say that's awesome. He's hosting the event. Usually we would be selling tickets to an event like this for 10 grand. There's no way that's true, but you guys have heard of the stack. Stack is basically you just stack the value. You get this, you get this, you get this, you get this. I think he actually does it a little bit here. Let's see. Yeah. $27,967,000 value. You never know. Like, whenever you're doing this, though, you do want to stack it. You want to make it seem like there is a ton of value, and I do believe that there's a ton of value. Ty Lopez does the same thing. Russell Brunson does the same thing. Kevin David does the same thing. If you are selling a high-ticket product, you will want to stack the value. This is a good stack. Justifying value. Really all he's doing there. We got the risk reversal. Plus, we will extend a limited private set you up guarantee. I mean, again, his risk reversal here is awesome. He is basically taking, like, you're going to succeed. He's basically making sure you're going to succeed. I love that. I really genuinely believe this guy cares about his students. I really respect the way that Dan does it. We'll keep going. Finally start your own successful, and the freedom you've always dreamed of in less than 30 days. I hate the word freedom. Whenever I hear financial freedom or passive income, I always wonder, like, okay, I don't like hearing that. That's kind of BS. He does not say financial freedom or passive income. I love that. We will be handling your immediate action steps. Again, there's a little error here. What are you going to do? I like to have that stuff cleaned up. It just looks more professional, but I think this is still going to convert pretty well. You will achieve all 3 types of freedom. No. Financial freedom, no. All right, whatever. Well, hey, whatever. If there's one thing that's, it's okay. I'll live. I don't love the words financial freedom. Geographic freedom I've never heard of. And time freedom, I've never heard of that. But, I think we can all interpret what time freedom and geographic freedom is. Geographic freedom would be working wherever you want. Time freedom is working on your own clock. This is the fastest way to create a profitable, life-changing business from scratch. I 1000% disagree with that, because if you are selling a high-ticket product, you can make way more money. Your profit margins are closer to 90%, and you're able to charge $200, $500, $1,000, $1,500 instead of, $20. There are no upsells and nothing else. Yeah, this is a complete package. I think that's kind of a cool sell. There are guys who do upsells. Russell Brunson is really good at it. I haven't seen too many more upsells than that, but from what I've seen in the area, Russell Brunson does pretty solid. This is 100% complementary to any other projects. Again, just value justification. Our makes sales, or we do it for you. I don't know what that means. Again, it's probably an error. I want to make this as clear as possible for you. I'm going to give you a triple layer guarantee to cover you completely. Okay, so like some of these words he has made up, but if you're just like somebody who doesn't, look at this stuff, or they just read it, you're probably thinking like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. And so, which is why I really love his copy. His sales lingo is pretty good. Like, I really like it. Again, Dan is a really good salesman. Got to give him the credit for that. Just imagine how your life could be once you're inside Dropshipping Academy. Here's his picture with his 2 cars. He just bought a Lamborghini. Shout out to you, Dan. Phone in the background. Classic. So he's gone through most of the stuff that he needs to here. Who even has a landline anymore? I'm sorry for that right there. But like, who has a landline? Nobody has a landline anymore. That's kind of ridiculous. I got to get rid of the landline. But anyway, so I think, just imagine how your life could be once you're inside dropshipping. I mean, I guess this could be, maybe it's a call to action. We will be closing down this enrollment. Yeah, I guess you could interpret that kind of as a call to action. I mean, I would like to, I think you could phrase this a little bit differently. Just imagine how your life could be once you're inside Dropshipping Academy. That's a pretty good call to action, because you're also future pacing your person who's looking at this like, gosh, now I'm really thinking about it. So, this couldn't be interpreted as a call to action. You could do it a little bit differently. You could say, now is the time to join the Dropshipping Academy. Maybe. I really like just imagine how your life could be once you're inside. So it's good. I don't love the call to action, but you know what? He does other things so well that it kind of makes up. We will be closing down enrollment once the timer hits 0. Again, I'm not sure if that's true, but if it is true, good for him. He sticks to his word. You have offer, payment, there you go. And Dan Dasilva, he's helped thousands of people exactly like you create a 6 to 7 figure business. I'm, again, not sure if that's true, but he's generally pretty honest. And he has a little disclaimer here. We do not believe in get-rich-quick programs. We believe in hard work. Good for him. At least he tells people, like, hey, you know, you're not going to do this in like 5 minutes and then you're going to have a $40,000 a month product. Who does that remind you of? Anyway, so going through all the steps one more time, has a decent headline, has a pretty good opening. He has the credentials to do it, as he is shown in a couple different parts of the page. He has an offer. Obviously, he needs a way to get paid. His offer is basically Dropshipping Academy, you know, $1,200 or 3 payments for $500. He's got the bullets for the most part. Generally, they can be more clear, but his are pretty good. His script is really nice. He has testimonials, tons of testimonials. There is the value justification, the $27,000, oh, how he does this, how he does that. He has the risk reversal where he says if you don't make $1, we're going to buy your store from you. I think that's super cool. Again, you know, it's going to be impossible for you to like kind of half-ass this when you spend $1,200. At least I would think so. You know, you spend $1,200 on something, you're probably going to value it. So there's that. Call to action was kind of soft, but it works. It was a little bit of a future pace as well. Again, future pacing is just like, imagine what your life will be like here, or, you know, once you're in Dropshipping Academy, imagine what you're going to be able to do. You know, the geographic freedom, time freedom, that kind of stuff. And the last one, the urgency. And you guys saw the urgency. You know, he has this right here. This is not correct, but this is just a refresh version. Closing down enrollment. So he does about all these different things. Some better than others, but you guys can really see you have 10 blocks that you have to cover as a high ticket seller, and he covers just about every one of those here. He does a really good job, and I think this page will 110% convert a lot. So if you like the video, I wanted to make this today. I wanted to do it a little bit differently because I wanted to be able to show you guys, like, hey, you know, kind of in the mind of a high ticket seller. I'll review my page. I just wanted to review Dan's because I got the email this morning. He basically milked Tanner Fox's email list, and so I was getting emails from Dan and Tanner. You know, do I love that Tanner gave him his email list? Not really, just because it's like, well, you know, here's my email list. I was selling people on Amazon FBA, but, you know, not everybody probably did that well, so go ahead and, you know, try it and see if Shopify works for them. Don't love that, but, you know, whatever. This is going to convert really well. I think the Dropshipping Academy is going to sell probably 6 figures worth of high-ticket product. There is no way in hell that you would be able to do that with a Shopify store or an FBA store in this amount of time, which is why I 110% believe this is hands down the most profitable business you can be in 2018 and 2019 and beyond. Information products, selling high ticket, whatever it may be, this is the business, if you really want to make a lot of money, that you will 100% do, in my opinion. There's a ton of evidence to back it up. Look at all the guys who are the influencers. Do they do Amazon FBA? Do they do Shopify? I think Dan did Shopify. Not sure if he still does or not, but regardless, he did an awesome job. This is a killer page. It's going to work really well. So if you like the breakdown, you like to see some of the sales lingo that people incorporate in there, or you just want to learn how to maybe be a high-ticket seller, subscribe to the channel. I will never have my YouTube ad revenue on. 100%. I will never have my YouTube ad revenue on. I want to make sure that's 100% clear so you guys aren't thinking like, oh, he just wants my YouTube ad revenue. I don't give a crap about your YouTube ad revenue. I really just want to show people that there are very profitable ways of making money online, and I don't think FBA or Shopify is the best one, but you know what? If you like e-commerce, you're passionate about e-commerce, go do it. I don't want to dissuade anybody from doing anything because, again, everybody's different than me. Everybody's different than you. Some people are going to say, oh, it's great, I love e-commerce, and others are going to say, I don't like it so much. Me personally, I want to be able to, genuinely make a difference, help people. Dan is helping people, and I am also helping people with my high ticket offer. So I like doing that more. I'm making more money doing that. There are people who like e-commerce, who love e-commerce, and they get a thrill from it. So whatever floats your boat, really. But at the end of the day, stick around. Hope you like the video. Subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.